Église Sainte-Cunégonde is a Roman Catholic church in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, located on Saint-Jacques Street. It was built between 1877 and 1885 by architects J.R. Poitras and Victor Roy. In 1904, a fire destroyed the original building. In 1906, architect J.O. Marchand designed a new church in the Beaux-Arts style with a basilica plan. The facade of the church is distinguished by Ionic pilasters and Doric elements. 5 bells were consecrated in 1907. Inside, the vaults are decorated with paintings dedicated to Saint Cunégonde. The Cassavant organ, 1914, is the oldest 4-keyboard organ in Montreal. Restoration was carried out in 1984. The church is a significant architectural monument of the city. Built in 1923, the Église Saint-Henri captivates with its monumental beauty. Its facade is decorated with exquisite details. Massive columns, decorative bas-reliefs, and complex arched windows reflect the splendor of the neo-Baroque style, popular at the beginning of the 20th century. The domes of the church crown the composition, reaching into the sky, and the massive wooden doors create an impression of hospitality and solemnity. The interior was famous in the past for its magnificent stained glass windows and carved ornaments that filled the room with the warmth of light. The church has long served as the spiritual center of the district, but over the years its functions have changed. In 2006, the Église Saint-Henri was transformed into the Hôtel des Encans, a versatile space that has become an example of the successful adaptation of a historical building. For this project, the building was awarded the prestigious Prix Orange by the Sauvant Montréal organization. Today, the venue is known as Maison Principale and is used for a variety of events, from cultural events to wedding ceremonies. The Centre Saint-Henri, located at 530 Rue de Couvent, was built in 1930 in the Art Deco style. The building was originally used as the Caserne 23 fire station, replacing the former Saint-Henri Town Hall. The Art Deco style reflects the modernization of the 1930s, clean lines, geometric shapes, and functionality. The architect was Alphonse Venn, who made significant contributions to the urban development of Montreal. After Saint-Henri was united with Montreal in 1905, the building became a symbol of administrative and social integration. In the mid-20th century, the fire station closed and the building was converted into a leisure center. An important restoration took place in the 1990s to preserve the original appearance. Today, the center serves as the cultural and sporting core of the area, supporting the local community. The building is a historic structure built in 1893, as evidenced by the inscription AD 1893 on its facade. This inscription indicates the year of completion of the building. AD stands for Anno Domini, a Latin expression that translates as in the year of the Lord, i.e. AD. The building originally served as a post office, which explains the presence of a clock on its facade. It helped residents navigate the time. The architectural style of the building reflects the typical features of the late 19th century, using stonework and decorative elements that give it a monumental and significant appearance. The building currently houses the H4C restaurant, which has retained many of the original architectural elements, including the facade and the clock, allowing visitors to experience the atmosphere of historic Montreal. The Saint-Henri neighborhood, where the building is located, has a rich history. Originally an industrial center of Montreal, over time many of the factories and historic buildings were converted into housing, museums, and small businesses, contributing to the renewal and development of the area. The building at 538 Place Saint-Henri is therefore an important historical landmark, reflecting both the architectural trends of the late 19th century and the evolution of the Saint-Henri area from an industrial center to a modern residential and cultural space. The building is an example of the architectural style of the early 20th century. It is a historic building that has served commercial and residential purposes for a long time. At different times, it housed offices as well as shops and restaurants. The building is designed in the Art Deco style with modernist elements. Since its construction, it has undergone several renovations, but still retains its historical value. The building is part of a historic district that reflects the rich heritage of Montreal. The building at 4080 Rue Saint-Jacques in Montreal was built in 1922 under the direction of architect Alfred Hector Lapierre in a neoclassical style. It is located on Place Saint-Henri, at the intersection of Saint-Jacques and Saint-Ferdinand streets, opposite the Saint-Henri metro station. The building originally served as a branch of the Banque d'épargne de la Cité et du District de Montréal, Banque d'épargne de la Cité et du District de Montréal, which later became the Banque Laurentienne. In 2022, a renovation and expansion project by Zubair Azzouz Architecture Inc. was proposed. The project included preserving the neoclassical facade, adding 2 floors using grey metal cladding, and converting the interior into commercial and residential spaces. The building is thus an example of early 20th century neoclassical architecture, designed by Alfred Hector Lapierre, with subsequent modifications reflecting contemporary architectural trends. The parish was founded in 1909, and the church building itself was built between 1926 and 1927, according to the designs of the architects Louis Lemieux and René Charbonneau. The foundations of the building were laid in 1911. The church is located opposite the Parc Sir-Georges-Étienne Cartier in the Saint-Henri Petite Bourgogne district. The building is built in a classical style using brick and stone. The interior is elegant and simple, with carved and gilded oak elements. Of particular note are the bas-reliefs of the 12 apostles decorating the choir, made by the sculptor Sabourin. In 1984, under the direction of the architect Claude Beaulieu, restoration work was carried out, during which partitions were added to the side naves. The stained glass windows decorating the church were transferred from the former church of Saint Anthony. The Church of Saint Zotica is an important element of Montreal's architectural heritage and continues to serve as a place of worship for the city's Catholic community.